Quick intro before the intro. This video took way longer than I expected. I just been having issues with the audio. I can't get it right. The video is slightly delayed from the audio. The audio comes in a bit sooner. I don't know, guys. I tried fixing it. It didn't work out. I really have to upload this video. Please bear with me, guys. It's my first time doing this type of video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Quick break to today's video to thank today's sponsor. Psych, but I do got something to promote. And honestly, it's more important in today's video, so please do not skip this part. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible because I would much rather prefer if you went to watch the video for yourself. Jim Hiscott has always given me advice on how to best build my Civic, and I've always appreciated it, and this is me trying to return the favor. Jim has cancer, and he was recently giving the unfortunate news that he has 9 to 12 months left to live. And honestly, that resonated big time with me. He is currently building a Civic on his YouTube channel, and he needs help to finish that car. Just like me, I also see these cars more than just cars, and once you start building them, it's almost like your life's work. I will have a link in the description that leads to his video. Please, guys, please click that link, go to his video, watch it, and he also has a GoFundMe where you guys can donate whatever you guys can. All the money goes back to the Civic. He just simply wants to finish that car, and any extra money will go back to his family. So please, guys, click the link down in the description below. Go check out that video. Thank you, Jim, for all the help you have given me. I really want to see that Civic being finished. Thank you. Today's video is a little bit different. It's gonna be almost like a commentary type of video. Different scenery. I'm trying something new. The vehicle in question is my Mercedes. It is something that I have been thinking about for a while, but the dilemma is that this car is one of the most viewed vehicles in my channel. My focus right now, for those of you guys that do not know, I am K-swapping my Civic, and I know it's been done. Everybody and their mom has done a K-series Civic. I'm also kind of burnt out on it, so I really just want to get the engine inside of it and then work on something else, which would be the 240. And the 240 is not going to be a very big build. That brings up the Mercedes in question as what's its purpose on the channel and in my life. The purpose of the Mercedes was for a big project. It's almost like a dream build that I have, and nobody even knew. It was for right now, it was supposed to be my daily driver vehicle. Before I was even a car enthusiast, as a kid, my dream car was a red 350 Nismo. Just simply, when I grew up, I wanted a cool car, and I thought that was a cool car. Nonetheless, I was not a car enthusiast. First car was a 2005 Mercedes Kompressor C230, but it was automatic. Didn't quite get into it, but it was the first time that I started looking at a car and thinking that I wanted to do something to it. I had one problem, and it was very expensive, and I just kind of got discouraged. I didn't want the car anymore. I wanted something a lot more cheaper. Got into the Civic, and now the rest is history. Before I had got the Civic, I was looking into BMW E46s. You'll probably see where I'm going with this now. I went back to my roots as I wanted a Mercedes. I wanted another C230, and it was actually because of a Donut Media video. Donut Media uploaded a video about driftable cars that are not common, and one of them was the W203 Mercedes, which is the car that I have. It brought back the idea that car, I loved it when I owned it. At the time, I didn't know how to drive manual, but now that I learned, I found out that had a manual, and a light turned on in my head. Picked up the Mercedes, and it had a purpose. I wanted to get a chassis that was not common in like the modifying drifting space. I wanted something to compete against the E46 chassis that a lot of people use. A better competitor than a Mercedes. They're the similar generations, I guess, same style vehicles. And even then, when I would drive it, I would lack something. So I really wanted to like give it more life in that vehicle. I feel like that chassis, it just needed more. When you look at E46s, yeah, some people keep the stock power plant that it comes with, but a lot of people do end up swapping to make them better drift cars. And so the idea of swapping a engine into the Mercedes was always there. I wanted to do a K-series. I felt it was the only answer for a swap for this vehicle. It was already a 4-cylinder. Why not put in another 4-cylinder that exceeds expectations, that just simply pushes out power? In K-series, a lot of people are just swapping them into anything just because of how easy it is to make power out of them. Here's another dilemma that I'm having. I live in California, and if you want to do a swap and turbo, you're really gonna have to do, well, actually, if you want to swap, you can do the whole bar method, but even then, the process that I'm doing with my Civic is so I could do it to get it barred in California to make it a legal swap. which is in preparation for the Mercedes. Honestly, the Civic taking so long is just because I really want to know what it takes to build a good, custom vehicle and make it legal. In my introduction video for the Mercedes, I was giving some type of clues of what the whole plan was with that vehicle. I stumbled upon a video titled "I bought a turbo Honda swapped Mercedes 800 miles away" by YouTubers LegitStreetCars. I'm hyped to see my dream build exist somewhere, and I'm even more hyped because it really didn't take any of my money, because I know a lot of YouTubers or a lot of people in this space, they tend to want to be the first to do everything. And I mean, I guess it's cool when you have the means to do it, but as like a person that simply doesn't have the funds to do that, me seeing this was exciting. I was so hyped on it because my dream is just simply, I don't like to go with the common things. Obviously, I wanted a BMW E46, and I still do. They're beautiful cars. I like to do things a bit differently, or I like to bring other things that aren't necessarily common and make them like something to stand out. Maybe it's not true, but I feel like a lot of YouTubers tend to follow the same exact path. They build the same cars. They're all into JDM and stuff like that. And I mean, sure, it's cool. I mean, I got a 240. I love the GTRs. I love the Silvias. But seeing this, it was so cool because it's literally something new in the space. And it's an idea that I had, something that I actually wanted to do, and turns out it exists, which blew my mind. I thought it was so cool. Not being the first, it doesn't bother me. I love seeing this. It takes so much money for the R&D, and simply someone doing this gives me hope that maybe I'll be able to do this swap with a lot more knowledge. Maybe I could even hit them up down the line and be like, yo, I'm trying to build this car. What do you guys recommend me doing since you guys already have this vehicle? Something like that. It makes me more excited because, I don't know, I don't really care. I just simply wanted to build something different. Enough rambling. Let's check out the car. Also, if you guys want to check it out, LegitStreetCars, search up their Mercedes K-swapped vehicle. But we're gonna go through a couple points in the video that I had marked out.
Hey guys, welcome back to LegitStreetCars, and welcome to I bought a rear-wheel drive turbo Honda swapped 6-speed manual transmission Mercedes 800 miles away.
With the thumbnail, was like, no freaking way this thing exists.
We got to come up with a name. Max came up with the Mercedes because of the the K. But there's just so many name possibilities. Let us know in the.
My idea, because even this I had thought about, was it's a Mercedes C230 compressor. Maybe the emblem I would have made like the K red, just because Honda has the red engine covers. That was gonna be the idea that I went with.
All right, here we go. Honda engine in a Mercedes. This is crazy. Bad hood shocks.
I think the engine looks sick inside the engine bay.
A Honda. What is this? A K20 or a K24?
Considering, I don't know, I wanted to do turbo, I probably would have gone with a 2-liter, since I'm going with the 2.4 on the Civic. But because Mercedes are a bit more of a heavier engine, I would have gone a 2.4-liter turbo.
We're gonna make it. Let's see.
Honda reliability.
Yep.
Percentage of us getting home on Honda reliability, 100%. Percentage of us being nice and comfortable in the body of a Mercedes, 100%.
So you're giving this a 100% chance.
I agree. Now, my whole goal was never to just... Oh, actually, I probably would have loved to daily drive this car, but simply because I live in California, it probably would have just been like a track car or something. But even then, Honda reliability, Mercedes comfortability, and I think style. So I like these cars, how they look.
Whoa! Come on, baby! Yes! Honda reliability! It just fired right up! Man, I hope this thing goes into gear. What is the shifter out of? This looks very, very familiar. It sounds good, though. It sounds really good. That was like a quarter throttle. It just spools up and kicks in like crazy. Oh. This chassis 203 Mercedes did have a boosted 4-cylinder.
Was it any good?
Nah,
It was just meh. So can we?
Nah, just meh. I'm telling you guys, that car really does leave a lot what is the term for desire? To desire. First gear is like too short. As soon as it hits like third gear, it's slow. It's not, it leaves a lot to desire. You want more.
Inner tolerances. Whoa. That was a little full throttle. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. This thing is fast. And while driving back, we found who we think built this car, and he posted up some dyno videos. 402 wheel horsepower. And the car sounds ridiculous on the dyno. Kind of like that. Oh man, this thing rips.
400 and whatever horsepower, but 400 horsepower on the Mercedes, we'll just say 300 torque. That's like double what the Mercedes already has, and I can only imagine how cool that probably feels. That's, I wish I could do it.
Oh, that smells good.
This thing is awesome.
I would love to drive this car. Maybe one day I'll hit him up and be like, yo, I would like to build this car, but I don't have the money to do it. Can I just drive in your guys' vehicle? I'll fly out. Or they could road trip down to San Diego just so I could even try it. It seems like they like to do a lot of, oh, I bought this car 800 miles away type of videos. Why don't you drive 2,066 miles to San Diego so I could get a test drive in my dream build? So funny. What do I do about my Mercedes? I do kind of want to downsize the fleet. As cool as it is to have all these cars, the reality is it is expensive. And if I really want to focus on like building quality cars, maybe I shouldn't have all these vehicles. I don't make any money off YouTube as of right now. So it's kind of like, is it even worth maintaining all these vehicles? Fucking tape, bro. Oh, I am considering on selling some vehicles, and the Mercedes is one of the vehicles that I'm planning on selling, even though it is one of the most viewed vehicles on my channel, which will probably lead to me growing and probably making it more, you know, worth it in the long term. But as of right now, it just, it's I don't know. And even then, this vehicle is not the cleanest example of a Mercedes from that era, but it is a decently clean one, and it is a manual, which makes it a lot more rare. Why would I swap something in it that, sure, it might make it like more valuable in the sense that it's gonna be like a YouTube car, but it's probably not gonna be as valuable as a original stick shift Mercedes from that era, you know? That kind of makes me not want to do it as an extensive type of build on this Mercedes. Maybe this car should be enjoyed simply for what it is. It seems like just sell the Honda, sell the 240, and build the Mercedes. Just because of views wise, but you know, that's the dilemma. I will for sure keep up with the series. You guys want to check them out, LegitStreetCars. Damn, this fucking tape just gave up on me. If I were to sell this Mercedes, I don't have a tree that grows money for me to be able to afford all the cars in the world, nor do I have the space. That is one of the biggest reasons that I'm having this dilemma. If I move, maybe it'd be a different story, but then that means I have to pay more rent, and I still have to pay all these cars. I have to pay tags, and I still have to pay smogs and stuff like that. It's expensive. One of the ideas that I do have is sell this car to someone that would enjoy it for what it is, and later on when I'm ready or want to even do this build, buy a more, you know, beat up Mercedes, something that I don't have to worry about crashing. And if I'm able not to make this car legal in California, at least it'll be a very cool track car or drift car, which was the original goal. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.